take this bowl here, pour a whole bunch of water on it, and watch none of the water fall off the bottom. It all sticks onto it. And while that's happening, and the water stays stuck. Not only that, you're at 1,000 miles an hour spinning this way, which also at 67,000 miles an hour, 67,000 miles an hour, while spinning 1,000, you're circling around the sun. And while that's happening, you're also chasing the sun through the Milky Way at 514,000 miles an hour. And every single night, the stars are exactly the same. Every single night. Every single night. The stars never change. Polaris is always exactly where it is.
Nathan runs the Flat Earth and Globe Discussion Facebook group, which now boasts close to 40,000 members.
At first I was extremely skeptical. I thought this was the craziest idea I'd ever heard and I was going to debunk it in 5 minutes. And after about a month of not sleeping and really just digging through the information, I was a flat earther. No one is just completely in the matrix and wakes up to the flat earth. They started out with 9/11, they started out with vaccines, they started out with chemtrails or something because they're lying to us about a lot of stuff. We're not dealing with normal people that run the world here. They're psychopaths. The whole globe earth model, in my opinion, it wasn't devised by men. It was devised by the devil who wants to deceive everyone. NASA in Hebrew means to deceive.
All seeing eye and the square compasses. Here we have Buzz Aldrin, the second man, supposedly that walked on the grey dust of Kubrick's film set. Showing off, they don't try and hide it, it's amazing. There's his Masonic ring, he's got his Shriner hat there. And these guys, yeah, they're supposedly praying to the command module. Looks like a pyramid to me. The connections between Ron L. Hubbard, or L. Ron Hubbard, who started the Scientology movement, Walt Disney, Wernher von Braun, rocket scientist, Jack Parsons, also a rocket scientist, Jet Propulsion's laboratory, and Aleister Crowley, who's obviously an arch Satanist, influenced a lot of rock music and everything else. Started the OTO, the Ordo Tempora Orientis. These guys are all connected. They're all in the same brotherhood. This is all about occultism. It's all about sun worship, heliocentrism. It's not science. It's a religion. It's a faith. This is Helios. This is Helios, the sun god. And here he's on the badge of Apollo 13. This is all occult religion going all the way back to all Egypt and then back through to Babylon as well.
Everybody knew the world was flat until one day some guy came along and said, "Oh no, it's a ball. We're spinning through space. We're circling the sun." A lie is a lie, even if everybody believes it. And truth is truth, even if no one believes it.
You have to believe in the Big Bang to believe that the Earth is a sphere. You don't get to pick. The reason I say that is because the Earth is spinning around the sun, according to the science, because of the sun's gravity. The sun is traveling through our galaxy at 515,000 miles per hour. Why is it doing that? Because of the Big Bang. And our galaxy is continuing to travel even faster than that into nothing. Obviously, the galaxy is traveling through the universe, but the universe is expanding into nothing. That's what science tells you. So you have to believe in the Big Bang to believe that the Earth is a sphere. You don't get to pick. And people that try and make this distinction, no, the Earth is a sphere, and it's circling around the sun, and our galaxy is moving at 515,000 miles per hour, and there's billions of other planets, and there's billions of other stars, but the Big Bang isn't true, and evolution isn't true. You don't get to say that. It's the unholy trinity. You have to believe in three, or you don't get to believe in any of them.
Genesis is the foundation of all that we believe in the Bible to be true. If Genesis is wrong, then it all crumbles under a faulty foundation. Genesis says nothing, zip, zero, nada, about the Earth being set in motion, orbital or rotational, around the sun. In fact, the sun doesn't even show up until after the Earth is already in place with life already in existence. Genesis says the sun, moon, and stars were placed inside the same firmament within which that Earth was formed, not outside of it. Thus, we have a completely enclosed system within which the sun, moon, and stars move, not the earth. If what we are seeing concerning the flat enclosed earth thesis is true, then we are all there is. We are center stage. We are the main attraction, and there can be no argument as to whether or not there is a creator. None. His existence could not possibly become more blatantly obvious than in this model. If the flat enclosed earth thesis is true, evolution goes out the window and the theory of ancient aliens, seeders, is obliterated. In this regard, I believe we become painfully aware of the great deception and will not be fooled by it.
If you studied the Apollo space program, you must have noticed the reference to the ancient gods. Apollo. If you studied the emblem of the Apollo space program, especially the first emblem, ladies and gentlemen, you noticed that it carried on its crest the symbol of Apollo, who was the sun, also known as Osiris, the moon, Isis. In the center you will see the constellation of Orion. In its center are arrayed in the exact position the three pyramids of Giza in Egypt. And the earth, of course, represents the full body of initiates known as Horus. You will notice that the spacecraft that left this earth and suffered the symbolic death and the resurrection from the ashes was Apollo 13. 13 being the number of death and resurrection, the number of the phoenix rising from the ashes. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. NASA photographs. If one has been proven to be faked, then they are all in question, ladies and gentlemen. But so many have been proven to be faked that none of them can ever be used as evidence for anything. But what is the goal? One reason was to convince the people of the world that we could travel to the moon, and if we could travel to the moon, other intelligent life from elsewhere in this solar system or the universe could travel to this earth. The ultimate goal is to make the earth look very small, to present the people of the world with an external threat to this earth, a superior race from some other planet, vastly superior to us in intellect, philosophy, and technology, in order to cause the dissolution of nation states, the dissolution of all existing religions, and the formation of the world totalitarian socialist government. NASA is one of the main instruments of this deception. And if you study NASA from its beginning all the way up to the present day, and if you are a student of the ancient mystery religions of antiquity, you will see parallels